Good evening, everybody, and welcome to public hearing regarding a new recycling law. I'd like to call the public hearing to order and ask if there's anyone in the audience who would like to make public comment regarding the proposed recycling law. Okay, upon hearing none, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Legislators Kowalczyk and Pollock. All right, our public hearing is adjourned at 5:56. Thank you. The Montgomery County Legislature to order at 6 o'clock. And clerk, can we have a roll call, please?
Chair Pep,
Present.
Legislator Elwood, Legislator Sweet.
Here.
Legislator Muehlbeck,
Present.
Legislator Hadwell, Legislator Ferriello, Legislator Majewski, Legislator Kowalczyk,
Here.
Legislator Pollock.
Present.
All right, thank you. Sheriff, could you please lead us in the pledge to the flag?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as we recognize those who have fallen since our last meeting. Craig Spooner of Amsterdam passed away on March 27th. He proudly served his country in the U.S. Marine Corps and was deployed to Vietnam during the Vietnam War. Robert J. Shang III of Amsterdam passed away on March 25th. Rob served 27 years as a 911 dispatcher for the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department and had recently retired from the Amsterdam Fire Department, where he had worked for 21 years. And he meant a lot to all of us here in this room, and he will be sorely missed, as will all of these people, but certainly as one of our own, feel it a little bit more in depth. Mr. Peter J. Joyce of Fort Plain passed away on March 21st. He enlisted in the U.S. Air Force, reaching the rank of Staff Sergeant and being honorably discharged in 1968. Donald Lee Tomlinson, formerly of Amsterdam, passed away on April the 6th. He was a proud U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Donald C. Bates, formerly of Amsterdam, passed away on April the 13th. He served in the U.S. Navy from 1976 through 1982. Alfred Marone, Jr. of St. Johnsville, passed away on April the 22nd. He served in the U.S. Air Force from 1956 through 1960. John R. Cook of Amsterdam passed away on April the 21st. He joined the Air National Guard in 1957 and retired in 1995 with 38 years of service. David Peterson, longtime Fonda Fultonville School coach, passed away on April the 22nd. David started the track programs at Fonda Fultonville Central School in the 1970s and continued for over 50 years. And Richard Iwanski of Amsterdam passed away on April the 23rd. Rich served in the U.S. Air Force from 1971 through 75. Following his military service, he continued to serve and became a police officer for the City of Amsterdam Police Department from 1979 through 1998. A moment of silence, please. I thank you.
We're a little behind today.
All right, now we're at the public comment presentation portion of our meeting. If there's anyone in the audience who would like to come to the podium and make public comment, we ask you to please do so. State your name and tell us what's on your mind. Come right up to the podium, Clark, please.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Clark Subic, this is my wife Gretchen. We live up on 1140 Old Trail Road here in the town of Mohawk. We have a farm, and we're here tonight. We wanted to make the board aware of the situation that's probably going to be coming down the pike at some point. Fulton County IDC, Ron Peters up there, bought the old Everhard Farm, I guess it was called.
behind us.
Locally it was called the Everhard Farm. It was 300 and some acres, and it borders the back of our property, John Delfance's property, Martin Smith's property, Saunders' property on the corner of the Johnstown Melcher Street extension. So it's a large parcel. I'm not exactly, sure of the specific acreages, but how much would you say is in Montgomery County?
154 acres is in Montgomery County, and they purchased this land. So they purchased the Montgomery County, part of the farm was in Montgomery County, and part of the farm is in Fulton County. The bulk of the land is in Montgomery County. They purchased the land for, I'd have to go back and look, I think it was $500,000. They've already done a phase 1. They're in the process of doing a phase 2 on the land. They have tentative plans already drawn up for Fulton County. They want to put in light advanced manufacturing.
So we, as being bordering this property, we're concerned that they might want to put the industrial park in and annex the land that's in Montgomery County. So they might try to annex that land and develop it, which we've heard through the grapevine would be for industrial park. Now, I was just talking here a moment ago, this same scenario played out on the other side of 30A here a few years back, where they tried to annex land in the town of Mohawk, once again, Montgomery County, adjacent to the existing industrial park, the Johnstown Park. Town of Mohawk and the residents involved, quite a number of them at one point or another, fought that successfully, and that never happened. So that annexation was defeated. Now we're, I think, looking at the same situation here on the other side of 30A. And we did go down to Town of Mohawk's town board last meeting here this month already. And the board there is very aware of the situation. They were glad that we came in and provided some additional information about the concerns of the residents up there in our neighborhood. And the board assured us that they're 100% against the annexation idea, which was reassuring. And let's see, her name is Janet?
Janet DePalma.
Janet DePalma, the town supervisor.
Ron Peters set up Ron Peters is the head of the Fulton County Center for Regional Growth, set up an appointment with Janet and told her that he wants to annex the property. So they have already come out and said they want to annex the property. What's it going to take to annex the property? And Janet said that we're not interested in this. We did this 10 years ago, and we've got to fight you again, we will. But because a large portion of the farm that they already purchased is in Montgomery County, I think we're going to be facing another battle. And they probably have close to 1.2 million already invested in the property from the phase 1 and the phase 2 that they've already done. Now the money for that came from grants, so that's not money that Fulton County came up with. It came from state grants. I mean, that is our taxpayer dollars, but it's not Fulton County themselves that are actually coming up with the money. I talked to the school board last week, and the concern there is traffic, because the industrial park is going to sit right on the top of the hill above the Fonda Fultonville Central School. So as you go up the hill, Fonda Fultonville Central School, that first intersection is Old Trail Road, and you go up like 3 fields, and right there to the left is where the industrial park would be for the town of Mohawk. And when they closed the Switzer Hill Road, a lot of that traffic has been going down the school hill, which has been an issue already. And a lot of people that are locals, when they come across the bridge, if they see 6 or 7 trucks already lined up going through the village of Fonda, they scoot up the school hill to get into Johnstown.
Yeah.
So the school board is very concerned about adding additional traffic. I'm assuming the trucks are going to be coming down 30A through the village of Fonda, which I'm not quite sure how they're going to do that with the amount of truck traffic that we already have. But Fulton County seems very determined to add to this industrial park.
Yeah, they seem to have it in their sights. And those of you that know the Johnstown Melcher Street Extension Road, everybody I think is aware of it. is not that great of a road to begin with. There's 2 blind hills on the road, it's narrow, and people generally drive too fast to begin with. So more traffic there, or even more traffic coming through from another industrial park in Johnstown, down 30A, is almost a recipe for disaster. I mean, there's so many trucks on this road now, it's unbelievable. I went down to the village there to come out of the bank the other day, and I was chatting with a fellow on the corner, and I think I counted like 12 trailer trucks come up through the village in just a matter of a few minutes. It's almost ridiculous. So there's probably more reasons as well that we could give you. There was a few neighbors that I had asked to come tonight. One was out of town. One is, he's in his early 80s, so he wasn't feeling too good to come as well. But rest assured, everyone up there is concerned about this, not in favor of it. And it seems like our piece of land there of the township has been in the sights of Fulton County numerous times. You might remember the connector highway whole deal. Well, of the 3 or 4 prospective routes for that, the one that they actually had ended up with was the one that was going to come right up through my property and my neighbor's property once again. So it's been one thing after another.
The other issue too is that currently the land is being farmed. Owen and Melissa Potter for Fieldbridge, I think is the name of their farm
yeah.
there, are currently farming the land. It is farmland. It's good farmland. And I just hate to see us take additional farmland and pave it over and put it into an industrial park. The farm itself also has a lot of federal wetlands. The design that they came up with in Fulton County, they are gonna have to move wetlands, which they can do, but they have to purchase that from the federal government. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen any designs for the Montgomery County side of the business.
Yeah, well, the wetlands, the majority of it seems to be more on the Fulton County side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the more impetus why they might be coming to looking at greener pastures, as they say, down this way. So I would just wanted to, make sure everybody here on the committee knew of the issue, and sooner or later it'll come to your doorstep. So we'd like to hope that we can get support here as well as we did at the township to kind of keep Fulton County up there where they belong, so to speak. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for putting this on our radar.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Okay, clerk, any communications?
No communications.
All right, how about a motion from the floor for the approval of minutes?
So moved.
Legislator Kowalczyk and Pollock. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Passed.
A motion for the acceptance of the budgetary transfers, please.
I'll make a motion.
Legislator Muehlbeck, Legislator Sweet. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Passed.
A motion for the acceptance of the procurement record.
So moved.
Legislator Kowalczyk and Pollock. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Passed.
Is there any old business anyone would like to discuss before we get into the resolutions? Hearing none, let's move into the resolutions. Our first resolution, number 111, is reestablishing the title of supervising public health nurse and eliminating the title community health nurse. Sponsors are legislators and Kowalczyk. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Passed.
Resolution 112, amending the 2026 operating budget to establish the position of network coordinator and abolish the position of senior network systems administrator. Sponsors were legislators Muehlbeck and Pollock. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Passed.
Resolution 113, amending the 2026 operating budget to reestablish the position of computer technician and abolish the position of network engineer. 1. Sponsors were legislators Pollock and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 114, authorizing the county executive to sign approved child care facilities agreements for 2026 through 2027. Sponsors were legislators Elwood and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 115, authorizing the Montgomery County Health Department to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the City of Amsterdam for community health programming and events. Sponsors were legislators Muehlbeck and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Aye.
Passed.
Resolution 116, amending the 2026 operating budget for mental health. Sponsors were legislators Majewski and Muehlbeck. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 117, amending the 2026 operating budget for mental health. Sponsors were legislators Fiorello and Peck. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 118, accepting a Division of Criminal Justice Services grant, New York State fiscal year 2022 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant, and amending the 2026 operating budget. Sponsors were legislators Fiorello and Peck. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 119, authorizing the county executive to sign an intermunicipal agreement between the Village of Canajoharie wastewater treatment plant and the Montgomery County Sanitary District Number 1 for sludge treatment and disposal. Sponsors were legislators Kowalczyk and Pollock. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution,
120.
yeah, I just want 120, authorizing the county executive to sign agreements for control of grass and brush on county roads for 2026 through 2027. Sponsors were legislators Pep and Pollock. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 121, amending the 2026 operating budget for public works. Sponsors were legislators Pollock and Kowalczyk. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 122, approving the sale of surplus equipment. Sponsors were legislators Pollock and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 123, amending the 2026 operating budget, the Chuckanunda Creek Trail Extension Master Plan. Sponsors were legislators Pep and Kowalczyk. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Aye.
Passed.
Resolution 124, scheduling public hearing, Montgomery County Micro Enterprise Program, Office of Homes and Community Renewal. Sponsors were legislators Muehlbeck and Fiorello. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 125, adopting introductory local law C, local law 3 of 2026, a local law requiring source separation and segregation of recyclable or reusable materials from solid waste. Sponsors were legislators Pollock and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 126, authorizing and approving a settlement agreement with multiple entities in the opioid litigation. Sponsors were legislators Muehlbeck and Pollock. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Resolution 127, amending the 2026 operating budget for the county legislature. Sponsors were legislators Pep and Majewski. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
And Resolution 128, approving the abstract of audited claims. Sponsors were legislators Kowalczyk and Muehlbeck. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
Passed.
Is there anything anybody else would like to discuss or bring up for discussion? Hearing none, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Legislators Kowalczyk and Pollock. Our meeting is adjourned at
6:19.
6:19.